The week is starting off with a bang because a Monday Night Raw was actually good. So we are talking all of that Daniel Bryan heartfelt letter to WWE before his AEW Grand Slam match. We also got a lot more backstage wrestling news and rumors to start off the week. So let's get into it. It seems like this week just going to be an incredible week in pro wrestling. AEW Grand Slam is coming up, but on top of that, we actually got a good Monday Night Raw episode. And we got WWE Extreme Rules coming up this weekend. So let's talk about that first because there is some backstage news in regards to what is going on, and especially why there are no stipulations added to the pay-per-view yet. This is supposed to be an extreme pay-per-view with Extreme Rules stipulations on it, and so far it is a regular rules pay-per-view. And the reason for it is a typical WWE one. Ringside News has learned that WWE is still working out the stipulation for Extreme Rules, and they are just making us wait because they honestly haven't figured it out just yet. The report indicated that nobody should be surprised that WWE hasn't nailed down any stipulations, but of course that is set to change as we get closer to the event. They are going to start confirming it, and as a matter of fact, they just ended up confirming that the Demon Finn Balor versus Roman Reigns main event matchup is going to be an Extreme Rules match. The other 5 matches that have been announced for the show are just regular matches for the time being, but do expect WWE to add some of those extra stakes on SmackDown on Friday and also throughout the week on social media. Another big report to start up this week is Bryan Danielson writing a heartfelt thank you letter to WWE before his AEW Grand Slam in-ring match against Kenny Omega. He stated the following: "Thank you WWE, thank you to the incredible superstar with whom I've shared both the ring and the Raw, for being family when we were away from family, for making me look good when I didn't feel good, for deep conversation and pointless debates, for making me laugh both in best of times and the worst, for all the small things that make life as a wrestler just a little bit more fun. Thank you to the many people behind the scenes. The crew in WWE is amazing, for the folks operating the cameras to those in catering." He continued, "Thank you to everyone involved in creative for accepting me into the group, for sharing with me the lessons you have learned, and for the fun times we had talking about wrestling and non-wrestling subjects alike. It is a difficult job writing and producing WWE television, and I'm consistently blown away by your ability to make a seamless production out of such chaos." He also went on to thank the big man, Vince McMahon, stating the following: "Thank you to the big man, who I know hates to be acknowledged. I won't say much, but thank you for the conversations, the life lessons about both what to do and what not to do, and the best hug I have ever received. I wish more people could see you how I see you. And last but certainly not least, thank you to the WWE fans who pushed my career to new heights." He went on to recall some of the awesome moments at WrestleMania 30 when he main evented the event, winning both titles, and also WrestleMania 35 when he faced off against Kofi Kingston and the crowd was booing him viciously because he was a heel. He thanked the fan for hijacking the show in Seattle and the fact that that was the last time that his dad ever got to see him wrestle. He ended off by saying that he loved his time in WWE, that it changed his life, he met his wife, had an unbelievable experience, and made some great friends. Overall, just a very joyful letter by Daniel Bryan, or Bryan Danielson now, to WWE. Just really showing how much of a great human being he is. We usually don't get this from talent, and so far Bryan Danielson has been nothing but grateful for his time in WWE, which, as he did mention, of course, there was a lot of ups and there was a lot of downs. There was a couple of more paragraphs in there, so if you guys want to check out the letter posted in the Players Tribune, I will leave a link down in the description below. Moving into some quick news, this past Monday Night Raw, we didn't get to see MVP with Bobby Lashley, which was weird to see because we just gotten used to it so much, but nonetheless there's a very good reason up to why that is the case. The Wrestling Observer Radio reports that MVP had knee surgery this week, so he is going to be out of action for a while. Wishing MVP a speedy recovery, and hopefully when he comes back he gets that tag team opportunity, because him and Bobby Lashley did won that Turmoil match 2 weeks ago. So WWE had to change plan, and instead instead give us Bobby Lashley versus Randy Orton, which as we know switched a lot of plans because ultimately now Big E is the WWE champion. Some other quick news, a PW Insider pointed out that WWE has removed Ric Flair from the opening video package that we get to see at the beginning of every single WWE show. This of course showcased the best of the best, a lot of the legends from WWE past, and Ric Flair was a big part of it. To add to all of this, multiple people noticed that the company has removed his merchandise from WWEshop.com. All of this is of course due to the controversy coming out of the Dark Side of the Ring latest episode, The Plane Ride from Hell, which is a very good watch. I recommend you guys check it out if you haven't just yet. Not really a surprise here, but Wrestling Inc. is reporting that Sasha Banks is officially medically cleared to compete. It seems like she has been ready for a couple of weeks now, but WWE Creative is still coming up with something for her. I could see her coming back at Extreme Rules pay-per-view or even after that, and hopefully her and Becky Lynch stay on the same brand after the draft because I really want them to feud. Talking about Becky Lynch, she ended up revealing that I guess the rumors were true. She was supposed to face Bayley at WrestleMania, but obviously that didn't happen. Then she was supposed to return during the WWE draft, not at SummerSlam, but because Sasha Banks was out, WWE decided to bring her back a little bit earlier. And now I'm really upset that we didn't get Bayley versus Becky Lynch. That would have been awesome. Some quick results for this week's Monday Night Raw. We had an awesome opening match, the Universal Champion Roman Reigns and the Uso taking on the New Day. Big E was getting a lot in this match, especially against Roman Reigns, which was awesome. But out comes Bobby Lashley, and for whatever reason, the referee doesn't call this a disqualification, even though he was looking at Bobby Lashley destroy both teams. Bobby Lashley destroys everybody. In the end, Roman Reigns wins the match. We had Doudrop defeating Eva Marie. We had Randy Orton defeating AJ Styles in one-on-one competition. Another good match between these two. Shayna Baszler defeated Nia Jax, and Shayna Baszler looked like a complete savage. This is the vicious Shayna Baszler that we've been waiting for since she debuted on the main roster. We had Angel Garza and Humberto Carrillo teaming up for the first time, defeating Mansoor and Mustafa Ali. And I'm all down for Garza and Carrillo to be a tag team. I think the division is gonna benefit from that. We had Rhea Ripley and Nikki, almost a superhero, defeating WWE Tag Team Champions Natalya and Tamina. Yes, we got some brand new champions tonight. We had a segment between Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss, which was actually better than previously. In the end, Alexa Bliss ended up making Charlotte Flair run away. Jeff Hardy defeated Sheamus to be added to the United States Championship match at Extreme Rules, and hopefully that means that this turns into a ladder match. It could be a good triple threat match. Jeff Hardy's in it, so just make it happen. There's an extreme stipulation for you. And for the main event, we had the Universal Champion Roman Reigns defeating WWE Champion Big E and Bobby Lashley in a triple threat matchup. Bobby Lashley was furious the whole night, which honestly made this Monday Night Raw exciting because he just wanted to destroy WWE Champion Big E and Roman Reigns. In the main event, he got what he wanted. This is a great showing for all of them. I'm not too happy that Big E ended up losing 2 matches in one night, but at least he wasn't pinned. They try to protect him as much as possible. Towards the end of this match, we had a Bobby Lashley losing his mind once again, bringing in a steel chair, launching a brutal attack on WWE Champion Big E, and then from behind out comes the Tribal Chief, the head of the table, Roman Reigns, with a massive spear, pinning Bobby Lashley and winning the matchup. Roman Reigns just absolutely dominating the whole night. So that is all the latest in what went down on this week's Monday Night Raw. A very good episode of Monday Night Raw. Honestly, I don't remember last time Monday Night Raw was this good, and to be honest, I think it was even better than last week's SmackDown episode, which is crazy. Can't believe I just said that. Hopefully they continue that momentum and we get more episodes of Monday Night Raw. With all of that said, guys, thank you for watching. I'll catch you on the next one. You already know, stay savage.